Hello everyone, welcome back to Beskar Bricks here, and today I have a super interesting video for you because we're going to be taking a look at a classic space set that was never released. This is pretty interesting. This set was worked on but was never put onto the market. I always find this stuff super interesting, but before we get into the specifics, I'm just going to say that all the images and information come from one, brickset.com, and two, WorthPoint. I'm going to put links to everything down in the description here for all the images and everything. But we're just going to start off with Brickset here. Now, this is 7526. It is labeled as unknown, 104 parts, and it says 1986. Interestingly, there's a full parts list for this. So technically, you could buy this set and put it together. On Brickset, there is no instructions, but on the other website that I mentioned, WorthPoint, that actually is shown with instructions, which I find very interesting. Now, without further ado, let's get right into the set, which appears to only have one minifigure, which is a yellow classic space guy. Now, this box art clearly looks unfinished. As you can see, you kind of have like the explosion-like effect, but nothing in it. It kind of looks a bit odd to me. I can only assume that the whole reason that's there, maybe this could have been some sort of exclusive set of some sort. Now, which might have been why maybe it was scrapped. But let's just look at the build here. Now, there are actually a couple things on WorthPoint because apparently someone was selling this. They must have pieced it off of Bricklink, which I've seen people do, which you can do. I don't know why this has instructions, though. I don't know where they got it from. Maybe they found it and just printed it. I can't find the instructions really in that many places here, but but let's get right into the details of the set itself. Alright, so the best part about classic space sets, and each one kind of has like a little gimmick to each one. Just looking at this set, there appears to be some tiles and these little like probe-like things that it appears that you can just take them off and fly them around. There appears to be two on the rack, because if you look on the box art, there does appear to be some actually flying around. That actually seems like a cool concept. Now, this is not at all does not look like an unfinished set. This looks like a solid, really cool, classic space set. Very classic pieces. A nice printed piece on the front. It does have kind of like that classic space kind of surface vehicle design with the kind of hinge in the middle separating the part where the minifigure drives from the back portion. It is even and what I find interesting, there's this dish piece behind the guy where he sits, but I don't know if that's for communications or not, just based on where it's at. Kind of seems like kind of weird, as it's only facing forward, it's not facing up, it's kind of low to the ground. I don't know what that's all about. Sometimes classic space sets just have little details like that have no meaning. It's just the beauty of the classic space set. Now, the actual classic space minifigure has a little, like one of those microscope pieces with a red plate on top, red tile, transparent, and there's also a little bit, and there appears to be a little bit of a printed tile in front of him. Now, this set really, resembles the time period. You have some interesting red wheels, and on top of someone, I think those are airplane pieces, you see a little red rocket-like kind of thing. This set just looks super interesting. I do wonder why it was scrapped. If you don't know the story by it, who the main person from brickset.com found it in the vault, which I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, know of, the famous Lego vault in Bill, Denmark. Apparently there's just an empty box there, which is odd, because normally in the vault, all the sets are sealed, but here you just had a box. And that's where apparently the set, or at least apparently where this, where who found it. I'm going to put a link to the article that was from 2008 about this, which it is just kind of interesting to kind of do some reading into and just take a look at this really neat set. Like, I would buy this personally if I could find a good deal off of it. I don't know how this person on Worth Point, I don't even know what Worth Point is, just found it today. I don't know exactly. Yeah, I don't know how this person got a hold of it. Yeah, I this set just kind of blows my mind. I actually just found this Worth Point article today. It's just so interesting. How, in my opinion, that Classic Space is equally as good as Star Wars, no doubt about it. Galaxy Explorer is one of the single-handedly most beautiful works of art ever built with the bricks. But, geez, like, this I don't. It's just so interesting. But I would just love to hear maybe some of your thoughts on this. It just looks like a normal classic space set. Yeah, like it must have been used for something special, because I don't know if that a kind of explosion-y kind of pop out yellow thing on the box. I've never really seen that before. Like, besides that, it just looks to be a normal set that was never put together. I believe it's unknown. I don't know anything about it. It's just super, super interesting. Guess what, everyone? After a little bit of research, I found just a little bit more information on this set. So according to brickmedia.org, link to this page in the description, this is called the Space Radar Buggy. And I'm going to put a link to this in the description because there's actually a couple more photos about on this set where I can see a little bit of a better picture of the box. Of course, I've not done extremely extensive research, just besides a couple of Google searches and some browsing. Who knows? There may be some more information on this on maybe the dark web or something like that. But, so, the Space Radar Buggy, kind of a cool little name, radar. I guess, I guess that those little probe things might be some sort of satellites or some kind of communication devices. So which is very normal for a classic space set for them to fly like that. They may be like little satellites or something. Actually, the set just seems just cooler and cooler as I dig more and more into it. Like, wow. Like, just looking at the little probe satellite kind of thing, just a little bit better. Seems maybe it's a little bit more consoles on them. Doesn't seem like that they can fly, but geez, wow, this was so interesting to do a video on. Now, this another interesting topic is just unreleased Lego sets on their own. If you guys want to see more content like this, feel free to let me know in the comments and subscribe. And without further ado, I hope to see you in my next video.